Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. What are parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines which are always the same distance apart and never meet. Arrowheads show lines are parallel. When a pair of parallel lines is cut with another line known as transversal, it creates pair of angles with special properties. Let's learn more about the angles formed when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. First property of parallel lines, corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that lies on same sides of the transversal line and have the same size. The lines make an F shape, sometimes called F angle. Other examples of corresponding angles. Notice that the F shape can be upside down or back to front. Corresponding angles are equal. Second property of parallel lines, alternate angles. Alternate angles are angles that lies on opposite sides of the transversal line and have the same size. The lines make a zag shape, sometimes called zag angles. Other example of alternate angles. These two angles can either be alternate intro angles or alternate extro angles. Alternate angles are equal. Third property of parallel lines, co-intro angles. Co-intro angles occur in between two parallel lines when they are intersect by a transversal. The lines make a C shape, sometimes called C angles. Other example of co-intro angles. The pair of co-intro angles are supplementary which x and y add up to 180 degrees. Let's start with the examples. First of all, try to highlight the shape of angles that you know. Then, use basic angle facts such as corresponding angle, alternate angle, or co-intro angle to calculate the missing angle. There are two pairs of parallel lines in the diagram. The upward parallel lines make a zag shape at the angle x called alternate angles. Alternate angles on parallel lines are equal. Here we can label the alternate angle on the diagram as x. The value of x can be calculated by 360 minus 320 equals 40 degrees. As the sum of angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. The upward parallel lines also make a F shape at 58 degrees. That is a pair of corresponding angles. Here we can label the corresponding angle on the diagram as 58 degrees. Now, look at the horizontal parallel lines. It makes a C shape at angle Y called co-intro angles. Y equals 180 minus 58. Y equals 122 degrees. As co-intro angles add up to 180 degrees. Find the angle marked X in the diagrams below. Highlight the shape of angles that you know. There's a zag shape called alternate angles. Alternate angles on parallel lines are equal. 2x minus 12 is equals to x plus 16. 2x minus x equals 16 plus 12. X equals 28 degrees. Next diagram, the lines makes a C shape called co-intro angles. Co-intro angles on parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, x plus 33 plus 2x minus 15 equals 180. X plus 2x equals 180 minus 33 plus 15. 3x equals 162 and x equals 54 degrees. For this problem, we need to add a parallel line in the same direction as the arrow at the angle between the two parallel lines. Then, try to highlight the shape of angles that found in the diagram. There are two zag angles. Alternate intro angle. Alternate angles on parallel lines are equal. Here we can label the alternate intro angle on the diagram as 32 degrees and the other alternate intro angle as 26 degrees. For the value of x, that is 32 plus 26, x equals 58 degrees. For next diagram, add a parallel line in the same direction as the arrow at the angle between the two parallel lines. Then try to highlight the shape of angles in the diagram. It forms two jagged angles too. Alternate x-row angles. Here we can label the alternate x-row angle on the diagram as 124 degrees and the other alternate x-row angle as 100 degrees. For the value of x, that is 124 plus 100. X equals 224 degrees. Find the angle marked x in the diagram below. A parallel line is added in the same direction as the arrow at the angle between the two parallel lines. The lines make two C angles from two pairs of co-intro angles. Co-intro angles on parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. The first C angle 180 degrees and the second C angle 180 degrees. The sum of two C angles is 360 degrees. 130 plus 95 plus x equals 360 degrees. X equals 360 minus 130 minus 95. The value of x is 135 degrees. Find the angle marked x in the diagram below. Add parallel lines in the same direction as the arrow at every angle in between the two parallel lines. Jagged angles. 19 degrees. 360 minus 280 minus 19 equals 61 degrees. Angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. Jagged angles. 61 degrees. 360 minus 279 minus 61 equals 20 degrees. Angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. Jagged angles. 20 degrees. Jagged angles again. 73 degrees. Therefore, x equals to 20 plus 73. X equals 93 degrees. Find the angle marked x. A parallel line is added in the same direction as the arrow below angle x. The lines make two C angles. Co-intro angles on parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. The first C angle, 180 minus 123 equals 57 degrees. Second C angle, 180 minus 120 equals 60 degrees. Since angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, therefore, x equals 180 minus 57 minus 60, that is 63 degrees. In this topic, always try to highlight the shape of angles that you know. Then use basic angle facts such as corresponding angle, alternate angle, or co-intro angle, and with the help of usual rules of angles. Angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Where straight lines cross, opposite angles are equal. To calculate the missing angle, that's all for this video. I want to thank you for having this lesson with me. I will see you in the next one.